Hello everyone, here, and welcome to my first episode of my new beginner guide series. I'm going to level up this character from scratch, and I'm only going to use items and currency and all that I find on this character. I'm going to try to help out new players and how to start and get good at the game. So let's start up this character. The first thing you're going to do, of course, is talking to the dying Exile. Then this zombie will kill him. You're just going to kill the zombie and he will drop your first skill gem. Which in the duelist case are the... Let's skip the tutorials. It's in duelist case are double strike. Which are quite good skill. Well, I'm going to show it more when it comes to this town. Let's kill some. Actually, we can actually skip many of the zombies and undeads here in the beginning because... let's go straight for the unique enemy here on this strand. Here we have a last chest and we will get a support gem here. And we are going to use this support gem. So when it comes to support gem, this is how this works. Support gems, well, as the name apply, give support to your melee skill, and you just need to have them together with your melee skill and or skill in general. This in this case it's double strike. And when you have a link, you can see it like this, to your skill from your support gem, it will actually make your skill more powerful. So it gives more damage. If you didn't already know that. But there are some good tutorials in the beginning, so I think you know it. Let's kill some zombies here. So now this one do a little bit more damage. Let's find the unique enemy here, which will be the Hillock. Yeah, Hillock. So we need to kill him to get to the town, but you probably already know that, but I say it anyway. And when we reach the town now, I'm going to show... Now we got a level. And here we drop something. When we go into town here, I want to show my skill tree so you know what I'm going for. We have a rustic spike here. We'll take that. I'm going to dual wield on this character. It's going to be a crit dual wield build. And I'm going to use dual strike as my main attack. But before I can do that, I'm going to pick up cleave. So I have some AoE clearing. But first, let's put a skill point in. I'm going to start by taking the attack speed and accuracy in the beginning. In just a second, I'm going to show my skill tree. But first, I need another gem. So I'm going to take the quest roll for killing Hillock. And here we have cleave, which I'm going to use for now as my AoE skill. So I can kill multiple enemies at once. So let's take that, and let's use Scroll of Wisdom to identify this one here. Let's take that one. And I'm going to take this one over this one, because this one is more powerful than this weapon are. As you can see, it has more damage. It's a little bit faster, but it has a little bit more damage. So I'm going to take that over this weapon here. And I'm going to put my dual strike there. We don't have the right color combination right now, so I'm going to have cleave there. I'm going to have this one here for now. So let's destroy that weapon because I don't need it anymore. And let's... I already have played this some other characters in this league because I'm playing Abyss League. So stash tab 9 going to be these characters only, and private stash tab. I am not allowed to use anything from my other characters in this league. I'm only going to use thing I have here in... which I have here in the stash tab 9, and everything I earn and make on this character, I'm going to put it in here. So let's take a look at my skill tree. Here we have my skill tree. I'm using PoE Planner. If I don't forget it, I'm going to have a link in the description if you want to plan your own build. This is my idea for my build. I'm going to do as a duelist, as said. I'm going to be a gladiator. And I'm going to go for the physical attack damage in the beginning, some attack speed, more life here, Master of the Arena, Art for Gladiator, Bravery for some life, Devilish for some nice dual damage and some block chance. I have a Yule socket here. I'm going to have Golden's Blood. I'm focusing a lot of life. I have Cloak. I'm going to have Cloak and Chain. I'm going to take Blade Barrier, but not Ambidexterity, but that might be up to change. But I want the Blade Barrier because I want some block chance, so it's more for the defensive. But if I want even more damage, I can take Ambidexterity. I'm going to use Iron Reflexes, Vitality Void. I want some strength, because strength gives me both damage in form of melee damage, and it gives me life. So I've taken this strength note here. Maybe not a must-have, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to have Twin Terror for some nice crit chance. I have Thick Skin for some life. I have Fencing just to take this to notes here, which give an insane amount of crit chance. I'm going to range area, going to take Aspect of the Panther. I'm going to take Evasion and Life here. I'm going to take Heart of the Oak for some more life. Weapon, Art, Sorcery, Aspect of the Lynx. Herbalism, I take the whole big sword wheel here with Brutal Blade and Fatal Blade. I'm going to take Heart Seeker, but it's going to be later in game. This is more of the end game. It's not a must-have in the beginning, but I'm going to take them in the end. I have some more life here, because I want life. I have more strength here. I went up to the shadow area, to Blood Drinker. I'm going to take Nullification for some life and resistance. I have Fangs of the Viper going to take. I'm going to take Wheel of Blades, Sleight of Hand, Coordination, Blood Siphon, Trickstery, and Assassination. This is my idea for my skill tree. I'm going to focus a lot of life and some crit chance and damage with swords. So I'm going to use swords in this build. In my Ascendancy skill tree, I'm going to take Outmatch and Outlast for friendly charges and endurance charges. I'm going to have Gorgeous Violence, Painforged, and Versatile Combat, because I want some block chance for some added protection. And this is how my skill tree is going to look like. And I'm going to have a link in the description to where you can find it for yourself. So let's get started. I think someone messaged me here. Oh yeah, it was one of my friends. Let's go to the coast. Actually, before we do that, I want another life flask. This one level 3. Actually, no, I don't want another life flask. I want a belt. I want a Rusty Stash belt for some extra damage. Now let's go to the coast. I'm gonna try not to make these videos too long, because it takes me a million years to upload them. Well, that's an exaggeration. That's an extreme exaggeration, but it takes a lot of time for my very slow connection to actually upload my game and upload my videos, what I'm saying. Let's have double strike. No, that was cleave. Need to be careful against these enemies. I need to get some mana later. Oh, let's pick up this one. Always pick up everything in the beginning. There's no reason not to do it. Ooh, we have Orb of Alteration there. There's no reason to not pick up everything you find, because everything you find gives you a little bit of protection, so there's no reason not to do it. And a very important thing when you're playing this game or games like this is always try to upgrade your gear. As soon as you get the chance, upgrade it. As you can see, as I said before, I'm using Cleave for clearing a lot of enemies. And actually, Cleave is actually a viable option for the build I'm gonna do here as well. So if you don't want to use Dual Strike, as my idea is to use, you can use Cleave in this build as well, as you can see. It will still work and you hit with both weapons at the same time. Some things that as soon as you dual wield, you actually get some benefits. One of the benefits are you're doing more physical damage, if I remember right, and you're getting more attack speed. I don't really remember the exact amount. And you're getting, I think it was 10 in block chance, just by dual wielding. Here we have one of the unique enemies here, which are Fire Fury, and a good way to defeat here is just to walk around here, because don't stand in the fire when she makes that rain of fire. And here we go. Here we have a small mana flask, I take that with me. Here we have a pair of... here we have something interesting that you need to know. The item that just dropped here, you can see it have 3 sockets. You can see they are linked to each other and they have all of the different colors here. 1 green, 1 blue and 1 red. Every item you find that have at least 3 linked sockets with those colors, which are different colors, it doesn't matter if there are more or less, if there are more sockets or anything like that, or more linked, just that they are linked to each other. And when I find a waypoint here, I'm going to show why those items are really nice to pick up. Because you can do a recipe with help of that, and that recipe is very helpful. So let's beat these enemies. Actually, we get a level, so let's take the physical damage here. Just getting some life. Let's change this so I have double strike instead. Here we have something that is unique for Abyss. This is a unique Abyss thing, so when the Abyss League ends, you may or may not see this. Here we have a helmet, I take that. Blue helmet as well. Just remember that I'm going to use trading on this character, but only trade with item I find on this character. And this is later in a league, so everything going to be a lot cheaper in the beginning of the league. So if I really want to level even better, I could easily probably just go and trade with a currency I just find there. That alteration may actually be enough to trade a unique weapon. But that might be a little bit cheating if you're just new to the game and just went into a new character or something like that. If you have never played before, you're just new to the game. That might be a little bit cheating, so I'm going to, in the beginning, just go for some crafted weapon and show how to craft some good weapon. Which is good to know when you are complete and when the league is completely new and the prices on a unique item. If you don't get it, if you don't actually find one, because you never know, you can find some unique weapons as well in the beginning. It have happened to me. So let's go for some even more physical damage, and now I'm going to go for armor evasion, and my goal right now is to get to Master Arena, then Bravery, and then Art of the Gladiator, and later I'm gonna go down here to Devilish. That's my path right now. So let's continue that. Actually, we find a yellow rare helmet, so let's identify that and let's guarantee using. Look at that. It's actually quite a good roll because it gave me all of the resistance I need. And a quite good amount of that, so I'm probably going to have that helm for a while now. If I don't find them better, you never know. So let's speed these enemies. I'm going to speed up the gameplays a little bit, because if I playing like this, it's going to take forever. But I'm going to, when I'm doing some long boring parts, I'm probably going to skip over that. So let's go to the town and let's sell that item. I can show you're gonna get. So let's sell. You can see now again it have 3 sockets and it have all of the colors. And if you're selling that, you get a chromatic orb. Remember that again. If you find an item which have at least 3 linked sockets with every color in, 1 green, 1 blue, and 1 red, you can always sell them for a chromatic orb. Even if they are, well, more linked and more sockets, it will still count. Why do I have that one? I don't need it anymore, so I gotta destroy it. So let's continue. So I'm gonna go for multiflets. Actually, no, I'm not gonna go for multiflets yet. I just remember I wanna do one side mission here when we are in the coast. I want to do the tidal island. It should be here. Oh, actually, it is there. So I'm going to go with that because I want a Quicksilver Flask, and you get a Quicksilver Flask by doing this quest I'm going to do right now. And that grants you movement speed, and movement speed is always fun. But first we need to go and kill a unique enemy here, which will drop a quest item that we need. And we have a Portal Scroll. I probably need that. So let's go to the unique enemy here. Here we have a rare or magic chest stone. We could use that, but no. I need to save my Skull of Wisdom because I'm going to need them later. Oh, look at that. Oh, that lag spike. I'm not gonna complain on my internet too much, but that like happen pretty much every day. I get those types of lag spikes. So let's see if we can defeat enemy on this one. Oh, they're going. Everything is lagging. Here we have another abyssal enemy. Let's activate it. I wish they will do the abysses that they have a bigger chance to actually open this crack, whatever we're gonna call it for. so it actually go towards areas you haven't been in, instead of allowing you to backtrack all the time, like I'm doing right now. The enemies are on the opposite way I'm going right now. But what can you do? I hope Granger Games do something like that, but well, it's not a major complaint, but it would be nice. Oh, I misclicked there. I don't want that crap. Take that one, that one. Or anything more good here I can take. A medium mana flask, that's actually something, so let's upgrade my flask, my mana flask. I don't going to need mana flask later, but in the beginning I definitely gonna need them. There's a gold amulet, there's coral amulet. Actually give me some life friend. It's not a major life friend, but a little bit of life friend is better than absolutely no life friend, so it's better than nothing. Actually, an amulet that would give me some mana regeneration would probably be even better, but take what you can find. Here we have the unique enemy for this area, which is Hillrake, and he's doing a lot of cold damage. It's not that dangerous in the beginning, but well, he does some damage. And he's dead. Let's kill this one here. Actually, instead of just wasting time going back, let's use the portal scroll and get back to town in here. Actually, now I have everything I need for doing one of the first real weapon recipes, so I'm doing even more damage. Now in the beginning, I'm free to use whatever weapon I want. I want to use sword only later, but nothing stopping me from using axes, swords, everything I can use to use cleave. So both axes and swords are valid when I'm using cleave, and when I'm using dual strike I can use whatever melee weapon I want. So let's take the armor evasion here and talk to Nessa so we can do the quest item before. And I want a Quicksilver Flask. You can of course take this if you want, but Quicksilver Flask is a lot rarer to find, so I want that. An Ancestral Call support gem is actually something I really want to have, so let's take that. I'm going to use that later when I'm gonna have the AoE for my dual strike. Actually, let's put cleave there instead. Let's level this one up, and let's use it together with the chance to bleed, because it gives a small amount of physical damage. Stop to Paracel and give it another quest. So I go now to go for let's go back to the coast, and now we're gonna go for the mud flat, and after that I think I'm going to end the first episode here. But first we're going to do the quest to open the tidal passage and take that waypoint. Oh, I forgot to actually equip my Quicksilver Flask, so let's do that. Let's do that. This is actually not the first video I ever do on like a guide, but it's the first video I do on a guide in a long time, so I can be a little bit rusty when I'm talking, but it will be good. Kill those. We need those shells to open the tidal passage later. And by the way, before I forget it, we have an orb of transmutation. Actually, before I end this episode, I am definitely going to do the recipe for the weapons. But as you can see here on the map here, you can see up here there are where you can go in there, and that is to the fetch pool. I think I horribly pronounced that wrong, but it's a quest that allows you to get passive refund points. I don't need to do it right now, but it's good to know. I'm doing some lightning damage actually. One of my weapons gives lightning damage. And here we have the last egg. So let's take the last one here. We need 3 of them, and we have all 3 of them. It's quite easy to know that because you can see they have made the tutorial a lot better than it was back in the day. So that's probably not something I even need to mention, but I'm mentioning it anyway. Here we go. Here we have the unique enemy, Buxbua. It gives you damage over time, but it's usually just an easy enemy. There's some gauntlets there. I could take them actually. I'd take them. And let's see if we can use them. Give me some life actually, that's kind of nice. If we're gonna be efficient, there's no idea to actually kill single enemies and standing and doing it, because it's a little bit inefficient, but well. It's hard not doing it because I like to kill all of the enemies, but if you want to be efficient, just kill some of the enemies and you don't need to kill all of them. And now we just need to find where the passage, I think it is in this area right up here. So let's hit this way. I went the wrong way, because I am good at going the wrong way. But you know, the map is always randomized, but there are a general idea where you're gonna find all of the things. We have another beast enemy up here. Actually, that gives some good experience and maybe some good drops if I get a chest, so let's do it. Look at that. That is a good drop. A rare sword. Hopefully it have some good rolls and give me a lot of damage. That's my hope at least. And we got another level. We are currently level 6. See if we can. It's a lot of enemies. It means a lot of experience. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, actually that's something I forgot. If you're wondering why I can just see some items and some item just stands out like this. This is not the normal setup, but I'm gonna show how to do it and how it's a very easy thing to do, but I'm gonna show it when I get back to town. So let's take that iron helmet, because it gives me a chromatic. And now let's take the Scroll of Wisdom, because you really need the Scroll of Wisdom beginning. Here we have another item that will yield me a chromatic orb, so I'm going to pick that up. A rustic hatchet here, so maybe I don't need to do the weapon recipe yet. Maybe I'm gonna do it later. That depends on how good those weapons are rolled, but they're probably quite good rolled. So let's take another skill point here. I'm gonna take this evasion and life point here. And here, up there, we have the where I'm looking for. Damn, I think someone is downloading something in my house. That connection is horrible. No, but it isn't that big of a problem when I'm playing at low level, but in higher level, I wouldn't want to do a high level and dangerous map with that ping, because I'm going to die of that. Guaranteed. So, now we're going to open this. Let's go back to Lion's Wrath, and I'm going to first show how I use the item filter I'm using, because I think some of you will ask me. That guy actually looks really nice. He's a microtransaction. But anyway. So the first thing, I go into option, UA input. Then I go in all the way down here. You can see list of item filters. And I have put it to default. If you have none, it's just a regular one. But I have it to default, and for me it works just fine. So let's identify our weapons and see if you have anything good here. This rusted hatchet. Nice rolled. Actually, that's a really nice roll one, because I have a lot of physical damage. Look at this weapon here. That's a nice one. These two are better than the ones I have, so let's replace them. As I said before, I don't need to use only swords right now in the beginning, so I'm free to use whatever I want. As long as I can use cleaves, so axes and swords. Let's sell one of these weapons. The rare one, and this one I can just destroy, because it just gave me some scroll of wisdom fragments. But I want to sell this one. It will give me a chromatic. This one will also give me a chromatic, and I don't need this weapon here. So actually that one give me a 1 level to socket cold gems, which will yield some alchemy shards. So let's take that one. We have some stuff right now, and let's put it here in our chest. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering how we're doing this just by clicking on it, just press on your control button, or wherever button like that you have, and then just click on the item. So control and just click on the item, and you will instantly put it in your stash. You don't need to do like this with everything. You can see this belt here. I'm going to identify. It's terribly rolled, but I can use it for recipe later, so I'm going to keep it actually, and I'm going to show that recipe in the next episode. But actually, if you're watching this one, you can't wait. I'm gonna show the recipe just so you know it if you are, because just having you waiting for that. Actually, what do we have here? Decoy Totem, Ancestral Protector. Could actually take Ancestral Protector. So let's just, yeah, I guess gonna show the recipe now. We have a Jade Hatchet here. Actually, a Jade Hatchet might actually be better than this one. Or actually, it might be better than this one. So let's take the Jade Hatchet because it have a higher level. And now I just gonna go to my stash. Let's go to hold Swift, click on the item, and then you can just unstuck it. So to do this recipe, you need a blue, a blue, yellow, or a unique rustic stash. You need one blacksmith whetstone, and then you need a weapon of your choice. And as you can see, if I'm selling that, I get a new one, which have physical damage roll on it, and it will guarantee have physical damage rolled on it. You higher the rarity of your belt, you better physical damage roll it will have. So actually, that weapon is actually better than this one. I'm going to have this one because it's faster than this one. And actually, do we have any? No, I don't have any orb of augmentation. I can't put another mod on it, but let's do like that. So now we get even more damage. And let's sell my sword here. And I think I'm going to wrap up the first episode here. Tell me in the comment what you think about my episode, if I explain everything as I explain everything as well as I could, and I'm going to explain a lot more things. But anyway, I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.